Hi everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv and this is my vblog 121 for Friday the 12th of November 2010 and that's the day after Remembrance Day, of course. Okay, let me get on with what is a multicoloured musical techie trial of a vblog, and we're all in under 15 minutes and I hope to get to the wine at the end. Okay, let's start with our usual bits and pieces of news about podcasting. Well, since I did my last show, Lewis has put up another episode of Doctor Who Podshot, and that is episode 227. And this features an interview with Katie Manning. Now, without being too spoilerish, I should remind people that Katie Manning has made a reappearance. Now she's living back in the UK into the Doctor Who universe, by making a guest appearance on the Sarah Jane Adventures. I'm going to be no more spoilery than that. Anyway, this interview was done with Katie Manning before that, and I must just say, well, there's plenty of other stuff on the podcast as well, but there was some technical issues with one of the chapter settings, chapter 6 or something, on the Podshot when it first went out. So Lewis has put an updated enhanced version on the feeds. So if you were having trouble with episode 227 of Podshot, try downloading the corrected version. Okay, let's continue with podcasting news. Let me just tell you and bring you up to date with the Cult and Collective. Well, first of all, let me just take this time to just say that, as I've mentioned before, Ian has his family over from New Zealand, and he also has a brand new baby son, Callum, in the family. So he's going to be taking a little bit more of a back seat with the Cult and Collective for the next number of weeks and into the new year. However, he will be turning up from time to time for at least part of the live shows. And of course, there are a number of shows that we've already sort of got in the can, as it were. So hopefully his input will be as good as usual. So just bear with us on that. Well, the Cult and Collective on Sunday that's just gone, we had our episode about sci-fi music in film and TV and how that increases and enhances one's enjoyment of it. And I hope you will give that a listen, possibly from our talk show site, 54821, from our Cult and Collective fan page, if you're a Facebook user, or of course you can download it from iTunes. We also put up this week the second part of a two-part commentary. It was the first time we tackled a two-part story in our commentary sequences, and that's with myself, David C., Ian the Sixth Doctor, and Mike Randall Thor. And it was the Doomsday part. Earlier, the week before, we put out part one of these. These are from Series 2, and it's episodes 12 and 13, the series climax. Army of Ghosts went out last week, and this week, this Monday that's just gone, the Doomsday commentary went out. So I hope you will give those a listen. Remember, you play your legal copy of Doctor Who as you listen to our commentary. Turn down the volume on the player, of course. This coming Sunday, which is the 14th of November 2010, our episode 72 is Do Sequels Always Come Second? Are there exceptions to that? So we will be talking about that at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. GMT here in the UK, and I hope you'll try and join us. You don't have to come on mic if you don't want to, but there is text chat going on. If you feel up to it, come and join us on mic. Try and get some program like X-Lite, our SJ phone, our Gizmo, and use a SIP client, and then it doesn't cost you anything on the phone. Indeed, if you're in the UK and you have free evening calls, I can give out a number which will allow you to come onto the show. Okay, let me move on to other bits and pieces. There was one very interesting piece of Doctor Who news that I caught from the Gallifreyan news-based blog spot, and this is about a Delia Derbyshire interview. Delia Derbyshire, of course, who worked on the original Doctor Who theme. Well, let me just read this. In fact, let's just move the camera for once. Let's see if I can get it in focus. Hopefully that is in focus, yeah. The BBC is to screen a previously on-broadcast interview with the late Delia Derbyshire. On Monday the 15th of November, BBC Inside Out, the local programme for the West Midlands, will feature excerpts of the interview. And I'm going to move the camera back now. Okay, so that is an interesting little thing to look out for, and hopefully it will be on the BBC iPlayer after that has gone out. And that brings me rather neatly to the tech section of this vblog. One of the pieces of tech news that I have is actually in relation to the BBC iPlayer. In the new year, sometime not exactly set yet, the BBC iPlayer is going international. Now, currently, only people in the UK can watch the BBC television programmes, but the radio programmes are not region locked. The international version will allow people outside the UK to watch the BBC content. It's not yet been finalised as to whether that will be by small micropayments or small payments of under $1, I would imagine, or whether it will be funded by adverts on the site or between the shows. But it is an interesting development. It does mean that people are frustrated trying to get Doctor Who content and don't want to sort of use any slightly grey area way of getting the content. Then they can download it legally, either supported by advertising or by a small fee. We haven't decided which. Okay, there's other bits of tech news. On the 10th of November, the Xbox Kinect launched in the UK. And already I believe the software has been wrote for that, for people to use the Kinect box with other machines. So that didn't take long, about 1 or 2 days. Apple are also having a little bit of tech problems. Today I was going to announce that the Apple iPhone and iPad software OS 4.2 was going to be released. However, that release has been postponed because they've found, from people who have been using the beta version, that there are some issues with it. So that has been postponed with no new date yet given out. And one other piece of tech news I will mention, and that is Boxy. This is a hardware box that allows internet video content to be taken to your TV, and you actually watch video content on your TV rather than on your computer. That had their launch event on the 10th of November, and the actual hardware for Boxy will start shipping on the 17th of November in the US states, and very shortly after to 33 other countries. Not sure of the schedule when that will be in the UK, but it will be available in 33 countries. And this very vblog that you're watching that I do, daveac.blip.tv, blip.tv content, I believe is one of the things that will be available on Boxy. It's already available on Roku, as well, of course, as iTunes and as internet embedded videos. Okay, I think that's a little bit of enough tech things, because I've got some classical music I want to do today. We've got our final visit to A Trial of a Time Lord, the box set I've got, and I've also got the wine to fit in. So let's find my CD, and it's Maxim Vengerov with the New York Philharmonic. This is a Teldec mid-price CD, and the track I'm going to play is track 4 from Edward Elgar. And let me just very quickly see if I can get the code number in there for you to read. Okay, and let's hear a little bit of track 4. to be a very short piece, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop it there. Lovely, lovely. I love violin and piano concerto music. That is brilliant. Okay, very quickly. David. There's the box set, Trial of Time Lord. And this is the 4th disc, which has the episodes from the Ultimate Foe on it. But I'm going to show you a little bit of one of the special featured. And this is the multicoloured part of the show. And this is the 6th Doctor, as played by Colin Baker, taking questions on a multicoloured swap shop.
First Doctor Who was when I played a character called Maxil in a story called Arc of Infinity, about 2 years before I started playing the Doctor, when Peter Davison was playing the Doctor, and I had the joy of actually shooting Peter Davison and killing him. So people say that's how I got the part.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how old were you when you...
Right, I'm going to stop that. That was jumping a bit. I'm sorry about that. I think it's been... I had it on pause so long that that little section sort of sticking a little bit. But there's an awful lot of content on this. Lots of special treats for you to watch after you've watched the main show. And that was the Saturday Superstore, not Multicoloured Swap Shop. Blimey. Okay, and just while I'm here, let me just show you my companion books by David J. Howell and Mark Stammers. Poor old Perry. Oh, I had the page. There she is. Here we are. They didn't half do some nasty things to her. Poor girl was bald in part of Trial of the Time Lord. But really, she's rather handsome. Oh, there's another one where they changed into a bird-like creature. So that's a smashing little book, Companions. Okay, as you can tell, I'm rushing now, eager to get to my wine for the podcast. And this is an unusual treat for me. It's a long time since I drunk any wine, and this is a wine, not any wine, but wine from this country. And oh, that's reflecting a little bit badly. It's from Portugal, Tagus Creek. I think that's the name of a river, Tagus, and it's mostly Shiraz with Trincadeira. I'm not sure I pronounced it right. 2009, as I said, from Portugal. Getting a bit of reflection on here, aren't we? 14% by volume. Medium-bodied red wine combining red few characters with a pleasant spiciness. Well, we shall see. It's been poured out a good half hour or so. Slightly, it's a lovely lightish red there. You're not really seeing the colour very well. You can see it coming through there. Let's have a little taste. Getting nice sort of spicy aromas here. It's got obviously a lot of the Shiraz characteristics, but this other grape variety is definitely giving it a slightly peppery or a spicy edge to it. Of course, Shiraz is already a spicy one, but it's almost... I'm getting a little bit of licorice again. It's very much in the style of wine I like. It's got a nice warm... Well, it's high alcohol, isn't it? 14%. It's got a nice warm mouthfeel. I'm going to have another taste of that. I got it at half price. It was under £4, usually £7.99. This is from Asda in the UK. That's what, $10, €8 normally. But I got it at this reduced price, and I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised. But I'm also surprised because I'm out of time. So that's it for daveac vblog 121. Catch you next time. Bye.